Okay, think about this for a second. YouTube has over 2 billion active users every single month.
Wow.
Already.
That's not just a big number. It's practically a whole online planet.
Exactly. And it's packed with potential. Maybe you're a business owner looking for more visibility.
Or someone in L&D wanting to make a bigger impact, maybe a speaker trying to get their message out further.
Right. YouTube can be a real launch pad for all of that.
Right.
And that's what we're really digging into today.
And what's so interesting is how, well, accessible it makes things. Connecting directly with an audience, building up your authority.
Yeah, or even finding new ways to, generate revenue.
Yeah.
It sort of bypasses the old gatekeepers.
It really does. An incredible opportunity.
So, to help us figure out how to navigate all this, we're looking at insights from someone who's actually done it, like really successfully.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Patricia Regier. She founded Regier Education, Inc. And built this really impressive YouTube channel. It's all about learning and development, facilitation, small business stuff.
And she's got the numbers to back it up, right? Over 953,000 views.
Yeah, and more than 2,100 subscribers, which, that's not just noise. That shows real connection, real impact.
It really does. Her journey is like a perfect case study. Shows what happens when you put in consistent, smart effort on the platform.
Definitely suggests she knows her audience, knows the platform. Lots we can learn there.
Yeah, sure.
So our mission for this deep dive is basically to take all that practical wisdom from Patricia and, turn it into strategies you can actually use.
Yeah, actionable stuff for your own professional growth on YouTube.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We want to cut through the noise, the feeling of being overwhelmed by it all, and just focus on the steps that really make a difference, whether you're just starting out or...
Or maybe you already have a channel and want to give it a boost.
Right.
Because, let's face it, a lot of professionals see the potential in video, but it can feel daunting. The amount of content out there, the tech maybe. So our goal is to kind of demystify it a bit. Highlight the core things that actually drive success.
Okay, so let's tackle that big question first. Why? Why even bother putting time and energy into YouTube? Patricia points out a few core benefits. And the first one, well, it really hits home. Authentic connection.
It's fascinating, isn't it, how video just conveys personality, nuance, things text can't really capture. When you actually see and hear someone talking with passion, with expertise, it builds trust. It builds credibility much faster.
You feel like you know the person a bit.
Exactly. For professionals trying to connect with clients or, establish themselves as a leader in their field, that authentic link it's gold. It shows the human behind the expertise.
Right, you're not just reading a web page, you're interacting with a person.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole search engine thing. YouTube is massive for search, second only to Google itself.
And that's a huge point, a real differentiator. Think about social media. Your post is there, then poof, it's gone down the feed.
So true. Fleeting.
But YouTube, a well-optimized video can keep pulling in viewers for months, sometimes years, if you're smart with your titles, your tags, descriptions.
Using those keywords people are actually searching for.
Precisely. You're making yourself discoverable to people actively looking for what you offer. It's about that long-term visibility.
Okay, and here's where it gets, even more interesting for some people. Monetization. Patricia mentioned her channel started bringing in revenue from ads, sponsorships. I think she said from June 2024.
Yeah, that adds a whole other layer, doesn't it? The potential to actually earn money from your content.
It makes it a tangible asset.
It does. Now, it takes work, obviously. You need to meet the criteria, build an audience. But it turns the channel from maybe just a marketing cost into something that could potentially pay for itself or more, a sustainable strategy.
And the last big why she mentioned is using it as an evergreen educational resource. The videos you make can just keep providing value.
That's such a powerful aspect. Think about it for like learning and development or onboarding new staff or even client education.
Yeah, answering those common questions once on video instead of over and over.
Exactly. You create these valuable resources and they work for you 24/7. Positions you as the go-to expert, saves you time, and just keeps reaching people.
Okay, sold. The why is definitely compelling. So let's get into the how. What are the big lessons Patricia learned building her channel up? Her first point is about having a strategic foundation right from the beginning. What does that actually mean in practice?
Well, think of it like launching any project or even a small business. You need a plan.
Not just hitting record and hoping for the best.
Right. It means thinking about, okay, who exactly is my audience? What core topics or, content pillars will I focus on? Maybe even sketching out a rough schedule.
Like a content calendar.
Sort of, yeah. And she mentions even thinking about monetization early on. Not that you'll switch it on day one, but knowing if that's a goal might shape some decisions. It's about having that roadmap.
Starting with real intention. Okay. Then she talks about really understanding your audience through analytics. How does that data actually help shape what you do?
Oh, the analytics are gold. YouTube tells you so much: age, gender, where people are watching from. Patricia mentioned her top countries were the US, India, UK, Canada.
Interesting mix.
Yeah, and even how long they watch specific videos. So you can see, okay, this topic really landed, or maybe this video was too long. It helps you stop guessing.
And tailor the content.
Exactly. Tailor it, maybe spot gaps you could fill. It prevents you from just creating stuff in a vacuum,
That makes sense. Something else that jumped out at me was her focus on accessibility. Using tools like Otter.ai for captions. That's more than just a nice extra, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely critical for a couple of big reasons. First, inclusivity. It opens your content up to people with hearing impairments or even just people watching with the sound off.
Which happens a lot.
A lot. But second, it's huge for SEO. Those captions are text that the YouTube algorithm can read and understand, so it helps people find your videos. It's a win-win. Good for people, good for discovery.
Smart. She also talks about just being natural on camera, conversational, treating the lens like a person. Why is that so important?
Well, in this digital age, people crave authenticity, right? We're kind of bombarded with super polished, maybe slightly fake feeling stuff sometimes.
Yeah, you can spot it a mile off.
You can. So just being yourself, speaking naturally, it builds that connection we talked about. It builds trust, makes your expertise feel more approachable, more relatable. People engage more with someone they feel they can, trust.
Okay, and this one comes up all the time online. Consistency, regular uploads. Why is that schedule so vital for YouTube?
It works on two levels, really. For your audience, it builds expectation. They know when new stuff is coming, so they have a reason to come back. Builds loyalty.
Keeps you top of mind.
Exactly. And then for the YouTube algorithm, regular uploads signal that your channel is active, it's providing value consistently, and that can help your visibility in search and recommendations. So it's for the humans and the bots.
I really liked this next tip. Letting client questions or real-world problems inspire your content. Making videos you wish had existed for yourself or your clients.
That's such a smart approach because there's a need for it. If your clients are asking, other people probably are too.
Right, you're directly solving a problem.
Exactly. It guarantees relevance. And for you, the creator, it means you're not just guessing what people want to see. You're focusing your effort where it's actually needed. Leads to much better engagement.
She gave a quick mention to some tools she uses too. Editing software, thumbnail creators, Cyberlink Power Director, Descript, Canva.
Yeah, having the right tools definitely helps. It can streamline things, make it less intimidating, improve the quality. Whether you start free or invest a bit, finding what works for you makes a difference.
And those data points she shared were really eye-opening, that wide age range watching her stuff.
It wasn't just one narrow group.
Shows broad appeal within her niche. And the kicker, 99% of her views came from people who weren't subscribers.
Isn't that amazing? It just hammers home how powerful YouTube is as a discovery engine. Your videos can reach way beyond your immediate followers. People find you through search.
Okay, so tons of great lessons learned. How do we actually put this stuff into action? Patricia had some really practical tips for building and growing. First one, featuring your best content on your channel homepage.
Yeah, think of it like your shop window. Someone lands there for the first time. What do you want them to see immediately?
Your greatest hits.
Exactly. Your speaker reel, maybe an overview of your services, that super popular tutorial. It gives them a quick taste of your best work and hopefully pulls them in deeper. Strong first impression.
Makes sense. Another really clever one, repurposing client work. Obviously, you need permission, but using clips from training or webinars.
Oh, yeah, that's powerful stuff. It's social proof in action. Instead of just telling people you're good at training, you're showing them.
Builds credibility instantly.
Massively. Seeing your expertise in a real-world setting, much more convincing than just talking about it.
And engagement, she stresses, responding to comments, encouraging interaction. How does that actually help the channel grow?
It builds community, doesn't it? People feel heard, they feel valued when you reply, makes them more likely to come back, to comment again.
And YouTube likes that interaction.
Seems like it. Engagement is definitely a signal the algorithm pays attention to, so fostering that conversation can indirectly boost your visibility. Plus, it's just, good practice.
Visuals are obviously key. Compelling thumbnails, clear titles. Why are they so make or break?
Because it's crowded out there. Your thumbnail and title are fighting for attention against millions of others.
It's the first click decision.
Totally. Does it grab my eye? Does the title tell me clearly what it's about and maybe make me curious? You have to nail that first impression to even get someone to watch.
She also suggests mixing up the formats. Tutorials? Sure, but also live sessions, shorts, maybe behind-the-scenes stuff. Why the variety?
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Right? Some people love a quick how-to. Others want an in-depth live Q&A.
Caters to more preferences.
Yeah, keeps the channel fresh, lets you experiment and see what really clicks with your particular audience. Maybe shorts bring in new people who then watch longer stuff.
And this is huge for efficiency. Repurposing video content, turning it into blog posts, LinkedIn articles, newsletter bits.
Oh, absolutely. Work smarter, not harder. You've done the heavy lifting creating the video.
Slice it and dice it.
Exactly. Turn it into text, use clips for social. It extends the life of that content, reaches people who maybe prefer reading or hang out on different platforms, maximizes your effort.
Live streaming sounds interesting too. A
Yes.
dynamic way to connect.
It really is. That real-time interaction is unique. Answering questions live, getting immediate feedback. It builds a really strong connection.
You can promote it elsewhere to pull people in.
Yeah. Drive traffic from other platforms to your live event. Great for cross-platform buzz.
YouTube itself has tools built in, right? End screens, chapters, cards, the community tab.
Yeah, and people should definitely use them. They're designed to keep viewers on your channel longer.
Like suggesting another relevant video at the end.
Exactly, or linking to your website with a card. Chapters help people navigate long videos. The community tab lets you post updates or polls between uploads. Using them just makes the experience better and boosts engagement metrics.
And supporting tools can help too. She mentioned TubeBuddy for SEO, Canva for visuals.
Yeah, tools like TubeBuddy can give you great keyword insights, help you optimize. Canva makes creating professional-looking thumbnails or channel art really easy, even if you're not a designer. They just smooth the process.
And finally, just staying curious, keeping up with YouTube's changes.
Crucial. The platform is always evolving. New features pop up, best practices change. You gotta keep learning to adapt and, stay effective. Like the recent stuff about disclosing AI-generated content.
Right, you need to know about that.
Yeah.
It's interesting, she even runs a second channel for more personal stuff like travel and repurposing older content. Why split them?
Smart branding, I think. Keeps her main channel super focused on her professional niche learning, development, business. No confusion.
Avoids diluting the message.
Exactly. The second channel is an outlet for other interests, maybe testing things without cluttering up the primary brand she's built.
Okay, so if we boil it all down, what are the absolute must-haves for a successful YouTube channel based on this? Problem-solving content seems key.
Definitely. People come looking for answers, short, clear solutions like her most popular 2-minute tutorial. That really works.
And having that defined niche, you can't be for everyone.
No. Focus helps you attract the right audience, the ones truly interested, makes content creation easier, builds authority faster.
Consistency. We keep coming back to that.
Yep. Builds audience trust, feeds the algorithm. It's non-negotiable, really.
Authenticity being real, not perfect.
Hugely important. People connect with people. Let your personality show. It's more engaging than trying to be flawless.
Smart optimization tags, SEO, those captions we talked about.
Gotta be discoverable. Great content is useless if nobody finds it. Need to help YouTube understand what it's about.
And finally, building that community, answering questions, interacting.
Makes people feel connected, fosters loyalty, encourages them to stick around and engage more. It's about the relationship, not just the views.
And she touches on the fact that as you grow, opportunities like sponsored content or brand partnerships might come along.
Yeah, that can be a great next step. But the key, as she implies, is making sure it's a genuine fit. Alignment with your channel's focus and your audience's interests is crucial to maintain that trust you've built.
Okay, let's try and wrap this up. What's the big picture here? It's clear YouTube is way more than just a place to dump videos.
No, absolutely. It's this incredibly powerful, multifaceted tool for professional growth.
Right. It's about authentic connection. It's a search engine powerhouse. It's got monetization potential. It's an evergreen library.
It really serves as a business tool, a marketing channel, a creative space, an educational platform, all rolled into one.
And Patricia Regier's story really shows that if you approach it strategically, stay consistent, and genuinely focus on providing value, it can make a massive difference.
It's compelling proof, isn't it? Works across so many different fields.
So maybe you've been thinking about starting a channel Or maybe your current one feels a bit stalled. Hopefully this gives you some inspiration, some concrete ideas.
Think about what unique knowledge you have to share. Commit to that consistency.
Yeah, and just see what happens, see what impact you can make.
Which leads us to a final thought to leave you with. In this digital world that's always changing, how could really leaning into a platform like YouTube actually grow what you're doing now? Maybe even open up completely new doors for connection, for learning, for impact.
And maybe ask yourself, what's that video you wish had existed that you could be the one to create?